Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Thank you for checking out the channel. I'm going to be doing something a little different today. Because we are approaching the end of the month, I figured I'd go ahead and do an energy check-in about where you're currently at and where you're going. Also the transition and what that energy is going to be like. I'm taking inspiration from a channel called Awakening to Spirit. If I can figure it out, I will put a link in the description. Hopefully I will be able to figure it out. I don't imagine it to be too hard, but who knows. I'm still new to YouTube and I don't know how to do a lot of things. So what I'm going to be using for your main energy reading is the Thoth tarot deck. It is a tarot deck, but it reads a little different than most tarot decks. It's almost oracle-like, so I'm going to use it as the main energy. That's too many. Let's not take all those cards. So I'm going to be doing that. Then I'm going to be using the Alice the Wonderland Oracle for further clarification with that, and then even more clarifications. I'm going to be using both the tarot from Welcome to Night Vale by Jessica Hayworth and the Rider-Waite. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for your energy currently, or that has been happening, or has happened in the recent past, we have defeat. Let me go ahead and get this out. That's the Five of Swords. You could probably see now why these are reading a little bit more oracle-y than rather than tarot. Okay, but we do have your future energy is virtue. So for the upcoming month, your energy of virtue. And let's go ahead and get your transitioning period. These cards are huge, so sometimes they too many. I'm also going to be reading actually from the instruction booklet for Thoth, because sometimes they give a little bit more insight, and I'm more of a kinesthetic learner anyway. I learn by doing rather than studying more so. Okay, so the Aeon. This is basically temperance, so sense of balance. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to I am going to look at the bottom of the deck, but if it doesn't feel right, I feel like sometimes if there are too many cards, it gets a little muddied. At the end of each of the reading, if it feels right, I will go ahead and show you what those are. But for right now, I'm just going to leave them be and keep them to myself, because sometimes they just kind of muddy it all up anyway. So, and your current energy, again, we do have a sense of defeat. It says loss, malice, spite, weakness, slander, failure, anxiety, poverty, dishonor, trouble, grieving after pain, ties, sepulture of friends, a busybody, cruel yet cowardly, evil speaking. So, I almost want to say almost betrayal? I want to say there's like a sense of betrayal happening, a sense of brokenness in your current or most recent past energy. I have nothing more to say on that currently. I'll get more cards out to clarify that more, but currently that's all I got. It's just like a betrayal specifically, and like a brokenness, anxiety. Feels anxiety about something in the 3D. Virtue, established strength, success after struggle. So this is pain after struggle, this is success after struggle. It's pride and arrogance, realization of hope, nobility. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything else, but I think that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. That's you're gonna end up back on your feet after this like energy of sorrow and pain and all that stuff. You're gonna like in the coming up month, you're gonna feel a new energy, a new I feel like a renewal in your spirit, not necessarily spiritual, but like hopeful in something bright is on the horizon, it feels like. Okay, so we have here the Aeon, or let's see, it says the Angel or the Last Judgment. Oh, right, this isn't Temperance. This is the Judgment card. I forgot. Sorry. The card is Grit without the body of Newt. With the body of Newt. I'll go ahead and put that there so maybe you can see that. And the star goddess, representing the unlimited possibilities. She is surrounded by a globe of fire, and her mate Habit, standing in the eternal energy. In the middle sits their child, Horus, also the solar deity, who is an incarnate of New Aeon. The left hand extended is empty, reminding us that God has destroyed the old universe, but is, as yet, too young to form its successor. At the bottom of the card appears a Hebrew letter Shin. The attributes to this card. The three yods are occupied. Three human figures arise and partake in the essence of New Aeon. Let's go ahead and there's one more thing that it has to say about it. The final decision, centering the past. New current for the future always represents taking a definite step. So during this transition period, you're going to figure out something and you're going to go in that direction, it feels like. You're just going to go for it. You're going to finally stop. I'm going to say get over this sense of defeat, or while you're still feeling the sense of defeat, deciding, I'm just going to move on from this and I'm going to go ahead towards this virtue energy. You're going to figure out something. I'm not entirely sure what that something is, and I'm not sure if I'm going to figure it out with the tarot, but we're going to see together. So I'm going to go ahead and get out a couple of the Alice the Wonderland oracles for you, for your current energy, your future energy, and the transitioning energy. See if we get a few more insights. Okay, so for this defeat energy. Come on. Okay. So we have can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. So maybe this defeat energy is telling you can't change what has already happened to cause this defeat feeling. You have to just move on. We do have set your course. Know where you wish to go, have a plan, and the right direction. Yeah, you can't go back to yesterday, but what you can do is plan where to go from here. To decide where you want to go, and then you'll be able to take that step. Just really, it feels like meditate on that. Meditate on what it is that you think you want to do. Energy for the future for virtue. Ooh, so many cards. Golly. Sorry. Golly. Okay, so in your future energy for virtue, we have shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. it feels like you've already made it through this. This energy of making it through, you're going to realize that you have made it. And we also believe strange encounters. Yeah, you're gonna have a renewal, a new hope, a new, again, spirit, but not, I don't necessarily know about in an actual spiritual sense as much as it is just in the way that people describe spirit anyway. So we do have with the Aeon, follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. So it feels like, again, oh god, that dog scared me. Sorry. Whenever you set your course and you decide to make that step, maybe it's more out of curiosity. Follow that curiosity, it seems like. Follow that curiosity, just do it. Just go for it. And it will lead to your virtue outcome. Just take that step to get over this defeat energy. I'm going to go ahead and get out a couple of tarot. I'm going to get about 3 cards for each energy, except for the transitioning period, I'm only going to get 1 card. Oh, come on. Alright, so for this defeat energy that Leo or Sagittarius is currently in, apologies, we have the Knight of Wands. I want to say, because you can see here, he's got the flame in his gut. He's swallowing it. I want to say you had a passion. You had something that you were really wanting to do. Something that, like, drove you. You were, like, so excited to do, but it almost was like you... It's burning you up. It's burning you up from the inside out. I'm not sure if you were able to do this project, and maybe that's why it's burning you up, is because you were not able to do this spark, this inspiration. You just haven't had maybe the time, maybe you haven't had the resources, or maybe it's that you did do it, but it didn't pan out the way you thought. We do have the Justice card. Righting wrongs is what I'm specifically getting. It feels like maybe it didn't work out. You went for it, but it didn't pan out. Or did it? Because we do have here at the bottom the Knight of Cups with the Six of Wands. These came out together. So... maybe it didn't work out, because I'm almost getting a sense of you putting your all into something, but it feels like somebody took advantage of that and ended up victorious over it instead of you. I'll get more clarification on that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and get, for the Virtue energy, some cards for that. We have the Ace of Wands. So, it feels like you're going to, I said you're going to be filled with hope, new spirit, like, it does feel very happy, overwhelmingly happy, like overwhelmingly inspired. And we do have the Ace of Wands here to also clarify that with the Eight of Wands. So, a sense of rapid expansion. That passion, you still want it to go. I'm not sure if it's the same passion as this Knight of Wands. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'll go ahead, maybe with the clarifiers it'll explain that to me. But we do have at the end here the Emperor with the Five of Cups. It almost feels as if a realization. It feels like you're focusing so much on these spilled cups, you don't realize you have these ones right here. And you realize that. You realize you have these cups over here. With this Emperor energy, it feels like it almost like a clicking sensation. Like, that's it. I have these. I shouldn't discount those. Like, I shouldn't discredit my 2 cups that I have still over there in that area. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Follow the White Rabbit, this Aeon. Okay, a bit of anxiety with taking that step with the 8 of Swords. Yeah, a bit of, it feels like uncertainty. Should I take this step? Is it okay to follow this rabbit? Is this the right path? Am I going to make the wrong choice? That's what it feels like that 8 of Swords is saying, but it feels like you just got to go for it. You got to go for the gusto. You got to misfrizzle it. What is it that she says? Time to take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Things like that. Without risk, there's no real reward. There's reward in being safe, but there's also higher rewards in risk, I believe. So this Knight of Wands, let's go ahead and get a clarifier. Yeah, it feels like you put work into something. You put work into something and you've been waiting to be able to harvest it. It almost feels like you haven't been able to harvest it, though. That time period has not come. Let's see. Justice. Oh! That's way too many cards. Sorry, I'm not taking all that. I appreciate the thought, but that's way too many. I'm getting specifically with this Ace of Swords a truth. You know a truth. And you're wanting. It feels like you're wanting your justice. Based off this truth. Like, you know. Like I said, it feels like somebody had taken advantage of something that you did. It feels like that's kind of what it is. Let's go ahead and clarify this Knight with this 6. Yeah. The 10 of Cups. It feels like somebody else had benefited from you. I almost want to say a family member, but I could be wrong. Somebody took advantage of something that you done. Something that you put your work into, and somebody saw that and thought, maybe I can get something from that. Whether it was intentional or not, it does feel very intentional, but I don't know. We do have to clarify the Ace of Wands, the Star. A sense of renewed hope, relief, pouring back into the pond as well as into the earth. For this 8 of Wands, we have, hold on. Sorry, this came with it. We have the Knight of Cups with the 7 of Wands. It feels like you're going to put your all into something, but you're going to be defensive about it. You're not going to give it to just anybody anymore. You're still going to put your all into this thing. Feels new. So this thing, but you're going to, it feels like learn from this and defend it for yourself. And it's going to expand from that. And this 5 of Cups energy with this Emperor. Yeah, the High Priestess. You realize that you have these 2 cups. Not all is lost. Don't discredit those cups. 8 of Swords. Eight of Swords. with the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, despite your anxieties, you have to take this step forward that you were unsure of. It feels like that's what you gotta do. You gotta just go for it. Even if it feels risky, you have to go for it so that you can get this virtue energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups, and Fortune, which is the Wheel. Things are gonna work out. It feels like a new sense, because you had this knight over here giving your all and somebody took advantage of you. Someone took that opportunity, put it on your head, put the cup over your head. Now you're going to have a new opportunity with this, and it's going to work out with the Wheel of Fortune here. So that is the reading that I have for you today, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.